In today's video, you're going to get to see an incredible 1963 Studebaker Avanti. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. If this is the first time you're coming to my channel, then welcome. I really appreciate you being here today. If you've been to my channel before, then as always, welcome back. Thank you so much for the comments that you leave for me, for your thumbs up, for you subscribing to my channel, and also remembering to hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is being released. Today, you're going to meet a gentleman. His name is Roy. Roy has an incredible 1963 Studebaker Avanti. This car is beautiful and it's so rare. About 4,000 of these cars are made. This has a 289 engine and a V8, and the thing is a rocket with its fiberglass body. It has the coolest design feature. Roy is the third owner of this car, and believe it or not, this was his daily driver. So, without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 1963 Studebaker Avanti. Roy, rev the engine for me, sir. Oh my God, that is a proper engine. Yeah. And honk the horn. Okay.
Well, this is a 1963 Studebaker Avanti. It's one of 4,700 and some odd that they total built. This one actually came off the assembly line in October 1962.
My gosh.
It was sold new by Stark Motors at Mount Pleasant in Toronto. So it's always been a Toronto car. I am the third owner of it, and I have owned it now just over 50 years.
She's lovely, like the detail. Look at the bumper, for example.
Yes.
It's all squared out, like
it was
so
designed by
unique.
Raymond Louis, who was famous for industrial designs of all types, from railways to refrigerators to automobiles.
Fantastic. The car has so much class and presence to it. And this is, sorry, Roy, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but is this all stock?
All completely stock, except the color. Originally it was a gold, Avanti, what they called Avanti gold, and I had it changed many years ago when I restored it. When I first got it, it was our daily driver.
Really? You did not drive her in the winter?
Oh yeah,
You
she
did?
was driven in the winter as well.
Oh my gosh.
But I was fortunate to get when we rebuilt it, or restored it, I had another frame, and we rebuilt her on another completely new frame.
Look at even the hubcaps here.
Yes, they're all original.
That's beautiful, like the design.
And if you look underneath this particular car, it's as good underneath as it is up
I can only
above.
get so far, but yes, you're right.
Yeah.
And the car was always designed with two tailpipes?
Always
two exhausts?
dual exhaust. When they first made them, and this is an early one, this is number 190, they put glass packs on them because as they drove them around South Bend, the idea was to make as much noise as possible that they could get away with legally and bring attention to the car.
Right.
They wanted the car to be noticed. And it was noticed. It was fiberglass body, which same company that built the fiberglass bodies for the Corvette.
So what you've changed is the color.
Just the color.
What was the original color then?
Gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a trace of that gold anywhere, like even underneath the...
No.
So it's all
No,
disappeared now.
totally changed over, yeah.
It's got a beautiful, beautiful design to it.
Powered by Studebaker's 289. People always say, oh, is that a Ford? No, it isn't a Ford. Studebaker had a 259 and a 289.
Right.
And they would put in the Avanti, this is an R1, they put a camshaft that boosted it up to 304.
Oh,
They came with a supercharger, a Paxton supercharger, or air conditioning. You couldn't have both because there wasn't room by the factory.
so
But-
air conditioner or supercharger.
Yes.
What does this one have?
This one's got air.
Okay.
And recently, in modern times, guys have made brackets so that you can now see an Avanti with air and supercharged.
How many Avantis have you actually come across in the time that you've been sort of looking? Because you are a Studebaker man. And like, to me, this is the first Avanti I have ever seen in my life. And I don't think I've been to so many shows. I don't think I've ever seen another one.
There are a lot more Avantis in Canada now than there were originally because people have bought them and imported them.
Because they know the value as a collector car as well,
Yes,
because they're so
and
rare.
Studebaker ceased building Avantis in 1964. And a large Studebaker dealer in South Bend, Newman and Altman, bought the rights from Studebaker, the patterns for the car, and in 1966 they produced the first Avanti 2, which was powered by Chevy. They put Chev 350 engines in them.
And did the body style
The
change
body
as well?
style for the first ones initially were the same.
Okay.
In later years, they went on building them, and consequently, through the years, it was sold to 2 or 3 other different people, the rights, but the Avanti 2 was made right up into the 2000s, and I don't know when it stopped. It ceased because the company went bankrupt, but the last ones they were going to build in Mexico.
Okay.
And of course, they changed the body slightly due to the safety requirements
Right.
from bumpers, etc.
Yes.
But I'll show you under the hood,
Yes, please.
which is completely original. What you see here is the way it came from the factory with all that chrome and the shielding over the wires, etc., because that is a fiberglass body and interference.
Wow. I'm having a tough time believing that this car, first of all, was from 1963 and
Right.
how well it was designed with all these things. Like, they really built this car with passion and love, almost, it feels like.
Oh, yes.
Like, who produces chrome finishing in engines these days? Nobody. Like, it's just too costly to do those kind
Right.
of things. So the fact that they did.
And also, it was the first North American car to come with disc brakes on the front as standard equipment.
See, that alone, like disc brakes.
Yeah.
Wow. So amazing. Even like the whole, I'm just looking at the mechanism here to release the hood.
Right.
I mean, that's engineering right there. That's incredible. What is this? And that's the motor for the wipers, is it?
That's the wipers, electric wipers, yeah.
And here's the washer bag. Yeah, it's still a bag.
Bag,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's the compressor for the air conditioning over there.
So obviously, to do let me flip around on this side, Roy. You do all the mechanicals on this as well?
I did, yes. The car has a total of about, I think it's 167,000 miles on it, on the car itself.
I can't get over the battery.
The
I know we
battery,
talked about it
I know,
before, but it's like, look at that.
the later ones, they changed to take a normal sized battery. Because those batteries now have become a bit of a pain to find them because they're an industrial battery.
So walk me through all the parts here. What is the purpose of this?
That's your stored tank for your radiator.
So you store it there.
The water's there, it goes in.
And
Where
it-
normally
oh, right.
on a normal car,
it'd be
you would
right-
see that the reservoir tank is on the top of the
Got it,
radiator.
yes.
But this one, because of the design, it has a separate tank.
So does it circulate through there then? Like where's
No.
the in? So basically that's just the reserve.
That's just the reserve.
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
And of course, the alternator,
Yeah.
power steering,
Right. Power steering too.
yeah. And this
Oh,
is
gosh.
power brakes.
Man, oh man.
And of course, your wiring and your distributor is underneath that shielding. It's a 4-barrel Carter carburetor.
How many horsepower would this car have had when it was designed?
I think it was just around 200. Just over
200 horsepower.
Yeah.
And then the supercharge would obviously boost
Boost
that
yeah.
even more, and you had the option of that.
Yeah.
Beautiful machine. And can I see the trunk? Like what can we put in the
Yeah.
trunk even? That is a solid thud right there.
Now the trunk has no key. It has
What a release there.
a release inside.
Oh wow.
And also, you can gain access to the trunk from inside the car. There's
Oh, you've
that
got that little opening thing.
opening that
Yeah.
you can lift up. This is,
It's very European looking.
yeah,
Here.
I mean, I got full of chairs, and there was a bunch of road maps were put out by Gulf. And if you see, with
Wow, for every
featuring the
province.
Avanti,
Yes.
Alberta, Montreal,
Look at that.
Manitoba, and there's Ontario.
This plate here is just an extra plate, is it? That's a spare.
Oh.
Was that the original?
That's for 1963 license plate.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fantastic, Roy.
yeah.
She's beautiful.
And that's just the jack. I keep it covered up, wrapped up. That's extra exhaust extensions if I ever need them.
What a machine. You know what I love about this one is just this. Like, look at that. Just the sharpness of it all.
Yeah. It was really well-designed car.
Very solid.
Yes.
Right?
When you consider fiberglass.
Correct.
And
You don't expect to hear that
There's
sound.
your gas cap is
Right,
in there.
right. Do you know what I mean, Roy? Like, I don't expect to hear that noise. It's like steel.
Interior.
I love this, though.
Aircraft type design with those handles for the and the
Yes.
switches are up above, like aircraft.
Yeah. Even the vents are very jet-like.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Roy. And bucket seats, too.
Yes.
And again, this console is all stock. Like, this
Yes,
is out of the
absolutely.
factory.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how the key actually fits into the dash and not on the column there.
Full instrumentation.
Now, speaking of which, hang on, I just need to pop my backside down. I love how this wraps around too,
Yeah.
right? Very cockpit-like.
Yeah. The whole interior was aircraft designed.
What would this knob control? The lights? That one there?
Yes.
That's the lights. Even the steering wheel is unique.
No, this is the wiper. Lights,
that's the
lights
wipers.
are up there.
No, like the exterior lights.
Yeah, they're up there.
Oh, here.
Yes.
I love it. How about that? Look at the steering wheel, though.
Yeah. And all
Like I'm missing the third thing here. That's beautiful.
the dash lights,
Uh-huh.
the bulbs are all tinted red. So when it has a red glow on all the gauges at night times when the lights are on.
Beautiful. She's absolutely lovely. And this little lever there, that's the lock?
That's a lock for inside.
Nice.
They did come with power windows. You could get, that was an option.
But Roy, look at this.
Yeah.
Like everything. It's so cool. It's even aerodynamic inside.
Yeah, and if you look at even
Oh,
the
yes.
door
I
latch,
missed that. Yeah.
it's bayonet type, and you see there
Yes,
that
you
fits
actually
into
sit
the
right there.
fits in right there.
What a lovely, lovely design. Oh, I like how you have a little ashtray section right there too.
Yeah, one on each side,
Fantastic, right?
and you can see in the tab at the back. That's where you can lift that up
Oh, for the,
and get into the
access to
trunk
back.
from inside the car. You know, if you've got
Oh, look
some-
at that. So it's actually got, like, so when you look at the B pillar, it
Yeah.
actually goes all the
it's
way.
a roll bar.
Roll
yeah,
bar built in.
built-in roll bar, because it's fiberglass
Yes,
car.
for that stability.
Safety thing.
Did they ever make this car as a convertible?
No, Avanti 2 did.
Okay.
The later ones, and they also tried, they made a few 4-doors, which depends on your point of view whether it's
It's pretty or not.
pretty or not, yes.
I love the rear view mirror.
Yeah, that's the original, which is so tiny, it's almost useless. The later ones, they
Check your
upgraded.
makeup though, maybe.
Yeah, they upgraded it later on and made it much larger, but that was initially
Fantastic.
what it looked like. And this one, I have an AM/FM radio in it too.
But that's the retro style, isn't it? That's not
no,
the
that's the original.
Get out of here.
Oh yes, Studebaker
I was gonna use choice word there. Are you serious,
Yeah.
Roy? This is the original?
original radio. AM/FM, yeah.
Fantastic. And don't you love it? Compared to modern day cars, we have 15,000 buttons just to control the temperature and that. You've got, you want it colder or do you want it warmer? It's just
Yeah.
one knobby thing.
Yeah.
And it's either off or low or
Right.
on, and that's it. Fantastic. Oh, I love also how the information is right below there. It's just like it's
Right.
covered.
Yeah.
Roy. Definitely lovely. And even here it's got that plastic sort of a shield thing on it. Very aircraft-like again.
Oh yes.
My, oh my. It's such a shame this car, well, Studebaker went out of business.
Yeah.
Because something should never happen, and this is an example of one. Look at the size of that, too.
Yeah.
The whole
see,
thing.
This, and with this, they open that way.
Gorgeous. So you'd actually get some airflow from the
You
front
can
to back.
flow, yeah, right through, and it has that special. You can see this handle. There, it
Lovely.
locks it, and then locks it closed.
My God, Roy. And you've had this little girl for 50 years.
Just over 50 years now. Yeah.
Look at the size of the rear
The rear
window as well,
window.
like everything. Hey, here is a question for you. Does it get steamed up?
No.
Is there vents back here to blow air or something? Like
No.
you drove it in the wintertime,
Yeah.
but
No.
it doesn't get steamed up.
Doesn't get steamed up.
Amazing. I have more problems in my Volt than you do.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they first,
Beautiful.
Studebaker would, unfortunately, didn't sell as many as they'd hoped to. They had many, I forget how many orders. They had thousands initially, and they couldn't produce them because they couldn't get the bodies. The first bodies, and I think it was Ashtabula Corporation or something. Anyway, the same company that made the bodies for Corvettes made these, and the first few bodies they shipped to Studebaker, when they went to put the rear window in, they went right through. the holes were too big.
So just
they
missed
had
size.
to
So somebody made an error. Either the
Yes,
frame
yeah.
was too big or the
Yeah.
glass was too small.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So it was quite a problem they had initially, and therefore they couldn't produce the amount of cars that they had orders for. And Studebaker, being a small company compared to the big three, they just couldn't withstand the losses and gave up.
So basically, it was almost things that began to happen and they kind of continued happening that really
Right.
put a strain on the company, didn't it?
It was, yes. Yeah.
And this is the jet for the
For the
fluid there?
for the washer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. She's beautiful, Roy. Okay. So we've chatted enough about it. We should take it for a drive, don't you think?
Okay. No problem.
I'm just getting a good look inside at the mechanics. Even the little switch here, look how well that's done.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really solid.
Yeah.
And even the vents there.
And here too, you know.
Yes, like everything about this car. Fantastic. Okay, let me hop in. Wow. What an engine sound, Roy.
Yes.
You must turn a lot of heads in this little girl.
It does, yeah. Oh yeah.
It is kind of comical to see a mirror this
It's
size,
that
though,
size.
isn't it?
It
It's
is,
lovely,
really.
though. Oh, it's priceless. Actually, it would fit better on my MG, wouldn't it? It's
Yeah,
more,
it's
more
kinda-
dainty.
Yeah.
Wow. And I love the fact the tack is right there in the center and it's up front and
Yeah.
central, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boy, this thing's it really is a bit of a rocket, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's
Being a fiberglass engine, she's light as a car can be, and it's just all power.
yeah.
Whoa. And the brakes are good. Roy, you could seriously burn rubber in this thing, couldn't you?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have, haven't you?
It
When you-
has, and it has a 140 mile per hour speedometer.
Oh yes, and that's miles per hour too.
Yes. 140, which
Which is like 800 kilometers an hour. No, that's what, 260,
most cars had
270?
120
Yeah.
in these days, in this day.
Ahead of the game. Very Europeanish in some
Yes.
ways, right?
Yeah.
Like, really a bit of competition to Ferrari and all the big boys there.
And Andy Granatelli, who was a car driver, a race car in 1963, broke, I think, close to 200 records on the Bonneville salt flats
Really?
with the Studebaker Avanti.
So even back in its day, it was one of the fastest cars around.
Oh yes. Yeah. Anyway, so there you are.
Beautiful, Roy. Such a lovely, lovely machine.
Thank you.
I can see why you love this car so much. Honestly. Even the whole latch system is really, really cool. I love it. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. This has been an incredible machine.
You're more
Like,
than
it's
welcome.
so rare and unique. I love everything about it. Thank you
Yes.
for your time.
And I enjoy it too. And I always wanted one. So when the opportunity came to buy this car, which now over 50 years I've owned it. So
Amazing.
I guess I'm going to keep it.
I think you should. Thank you so much, Roy.